Hey guys, I hope all is well. Thank you for joining me for this Truth Talk episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Woah Vicky exposing Lil Nas X. Let's get right into it. So far, if you ask me, 2023 has been a very interesting year. What started last year at the end of the year with Kanye exposing the industry has continued into this year. We have been seeing so many industry insiders speak out about the evils of the industry. We saw Jeffree Star right before the year started on December 30th, revealing that Hollywood is ran by the Illuminati, who we know are just the Freemasons. He claims that they were trying to eliminate him for attempting to expose them. Then a few months back, we saw Tokyo Toni, Blac Chyna's mother, come out and straight up tell the world that all the big celebrities worship Baphomet, including her daughter Blac Chyna. Not long after that, a woman who works in the industry by the name of Olivia Song went on to claim that Drake was trying to take her out because she was exposing him for being a Masonic puppet. The industry secrets have begun to leak out more than ever, and people have finally started to hear about what has been hidden for decades. The entertainment industry that influences so many people is controlled by people who take oaths and give their souls to Satan to have the world. These celebrities are simply mouthpieces of the agenda set in place by the elite. A great example of this is the rapper Lil Nas X, who became a superstar after his meme rap song Old Town Road became the longest running #1 song on the charts. Lil Nas X went from being a nobody to touring the world and performing for millions. It's a true story of an overnight star. The only thing is, Lil Nas X's success seemed to have cost him a devastating price. A lot of people noticed that Lil Nas X seemed to have made a drastic change from who he appeared to be before the fame. Not only was he dressing and acting different, but he even came out to the world as gay. This was surprising to some people, as he didn't seem to show signs that would indicate this. His appearance changed drastically almost overnight. He went from being a man who apparently wasn't comfortable with coming out to a man that's entire image is about his preference. He started dressing like it, making songs about it and music videos about it. He even started staging public antics, displaying it at award shows. The more he acted this way, the bigger his career would become. He kept going until he was unrecognizable from when he first started. This is what led many people to question Lil Nas X's authenticity. Is Lil Nas X really what he claims to be? Or is he just putting on an act to push an agenda set by the record industry? One of the people that came out to question Lil Nas X about this was no other than Woah Vicky, an influencer who became popular a few years back for her online skits. Woah Vicky was recently on a podcast called We in Miami Podcast, where she made some very interesting claims. The interviewer asked Woah Vicky what she felt about artists like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Nas X, with Vicky flat out calling them demonic and claiming that they sold their soul.
What you think about Lil Nas X?
I feel like he needs Jesus.
What about Lil Uzi?
He needs Jesus too. They both definitely sold their soul. I wanted to say this about Lil Nas X. I got a few friends that went to school with him and said he was never gay.
Are you serious?
So I know for a fact like what he doing is because like they told him like you gotta do this now.
So you feel like he not really
I feel like ain't nobody really gay in Jesus' name, amen. It's getting popularity, getting you money, getting you views. So it's like yourself, like you do this, you going with the whoop.
So what do you think of the music in the entertainment industry?
It's just demonic. The industry, it's like you have to do certain things to get that. So I believe he had to do certain things to get where he's going. And like the certain things is you gotta do this and lead people this way and lead people that way.
As you heard for yourself, Vicky told the interviewer that Lil Uzi and Lil Nas X both sold their souls. She also claimed that the music industry itself is demonic, also adding that she believes Lil Nas X is acting the way he's acting to push an agenda. According to her, she claims to know a few people that went to school with Lil Nas X and claimed that he wasn't showing signs of this then. Woah Vicky also stated that she knows the industry rewards those who pushes this specific agenda. She admitted, acting the way Lil Nas X does can get you way more opportunities in the industry. Now this ended up going viral on social media, with a lot of people agreeing with Vicky, as they also think Lil Nas X is putting on an act to please the music industry. This led to Lil Nas X responding to Woah Vicky, trolling her, which just gave the situation more exposure. Many people have felt this way about Lil Nas X for a while now, especially since he's been giving off signs that he really might just be playing a role. He has tweeted questionable tweets and other things that led people to think he might just be lying. If you were to ask me, that's exactly what it looks like. When Lil Nas X first came onto the scene, his personality and his image didn't really show signs of this. It wasn't until the industry got a hold of him and his run with Old Town Road was starting to die out that he made this drastic change in his image. If you were to ask me, the labels offered him an ultimatum. Either he pushed this agenda and acts like he does, or his music career would be over. It's obvious what Lil Nas X chose to do. What's interesting is that we have heard other celebrities come out and talk about this specific agenda they force on them. Some of you might remember this video I did where I spoke about Dave Chappelle. In that video, Dave Chappelle claimed that Hollywood executives were trying to force him to push the same agenda Lil Nas X is pushing.
The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody's watching. Show business has to do with compromise and wearing the mask. You know, when they say black folks, we wear that mask. You walk in that boardroom, it's not like you don't walk in the boardroom like, what's popping, baby? You know, you gotta put that mask on, and you know, like we're bilingual. We speak job interview and we speak around each other. You know.
Did you feel like a sellout?
I felt like they got me in touch with my inner coon. They stirred them up.
Really?
When we was doing that sketch and that guy laughed, I felt like, man, I felt like they got me. They got me. I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, why all these brothers gotta wear a dress? This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer, like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in, the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, hey, listen, we got this hilarious scene. Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? Is it prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. David, really would be great if you wear the dress. What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. It comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a sting.
As you heard for yourself, Dave Chappelle claimed that at one point in his career, they were trying to force him to wear a dress for a movie scene. Dave claimed that he refused and the studio was upset about it, insisting that he does the scene. Dave then goes on to mention that Hollywood makes all popular black comedians wear dresses. All the way in the 2000s, this agenda that Lil Nas X is currently pushing was already in motion. This is exactly what I believe is going on with Lil Nas X. He was offered the same deal as Dave Chappelle, but instead of saying no like Dave did, he said yes and was given the world. Lil Nas X's career shot up to new heights while he pushed this agenda. To me, it never made any sense why he went from looking like a regular meme rapper to dressing like this. A lot of what he does just seems very performative and done for an alternative reason, and I don't think it's to express himself. In my opinion, it's obvious what Lil Nas X is being used for, to target the kids with the message in his music. I made a Dark Truth video on Lil Nas X a couple months back, and I believe I provided enough evidence to prove he is being used to program and manipulate children. When Lil Nas X's career actually took off with Old Town Road, we saw Lil Nas X building up a massive child following. The song, which was supposed to be a meme rap song made to be funny, managed to gather a large child audience. Kids loved the song, and the labels knew this and capitalized off this heavily. They had Lil Nas X performing the Old Town Road song for kids at schools, and they even had him hanging out with children for a video. Lil Nas X had even done a remix to Old Town Road with the Walmart yodeling kid, Mason Ramsey. After Old Town Road, Lil Nas X capitalized on his child audience, dropping Panini, a song that was obviously targeted towards children. If you look at the music video, it's hard to deny, as he was dressed like some sort of superhero flying around. At this point, a large amount of Lil Nas X fans were children and young teens. Shortly after the Panini song, Lil Nas X started to make this drastic change in his image, dressing provocative, knowing he had a large child audience. It's not hard to see what the label were trying to do. They were using Lil Nas X to push their agenda to kids. This is why, right when he had won over the children, he chose to change his image and corrupt them. This is what Woah Vicky is referring to. Lil Nas X chose to push the agenda and receive the world. he isn't the only rapper that pushed this agenda to make it to the top. Rapper A$AP Rocky also wore compromising outfits at the peak of his career. Many people thought that A$AP Rocky was gonna be coming out, but he didn't. He just dressed that way until he no longer had to. After wearing the dress, Rocky's career only got bigger, and to this day, even though his music isn't topping charts, he's still relevant and is now in a relationship with a billionaire. Young Thug was another rapper who right at his peak before he made it to the next level, started wearing dresses and throwing in questionable lyrics. Or even Lil B, who was pushing this agenda his entire career. Lil B is an artist who was used for this agenda heavily, and throughout his career, you can find proof of him being an occultist. If you guys would like to see a full video on Lil B, comment Lil B below, and if enough of you want to see that video, I'll make sure to get it done. This agenda is what Woah Vicky was exposing. Hollywood has targeted the minds of our children using these celebrities. We know exactly what they're after, and we know what they're into. Woah Vicky knows from her time in the industry that it's a place of compromise, just like Dave Chappelle stated. The industry wants your soul for success. It wants you to push the agenda to compromise the minds of the masses. When I look at Woah Vicky, I see someone who witnessed the evil of the industry and realized she prefers God. Woah Vicky was one of the puppets who at one point herself was pushing the agenda, but since then has decided to make change. She went from pushing a destructive agenda to letting people know to turn to Jesus Christ. Woah Vicky has gotten baptized and for the most part is trying to do better with her life. For what I can see, she no longer acts like her past destructive ways. She is also not afraid to tell the world about Jesus or afraid to tell the truth about the industry. This isn't the first time Woah Vicky exposed Hollywood, as prior to this, Woah Vicky had did an interview exposing what goes on at these secret Hollywood parties. In this interview done for the YouTube channel DJ Small Eyes, Woah Vicky exposed what she heard goes on at these private influencer parties.
Times you almost yourself got wrapped up into that scenario, or no?
In Hollywood, if you in the industry, the devil, they, like Illuminati, they try to get you. Especially when you got a big influence. They try to get anybody, but you gotta be smart and have discernment and have God's favor over you. Cause if you don't got that and you in Cali, you gonna get sucked in for sure.
What are some of the ways they do try to get to a person of that
let
magnitude?
me tell you. What they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties. They be like, oh, Woot the Woot gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Woot the Woot gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones. Might do some gate to somebody and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy in these house parties and experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. It was belly throwing party. So I got invited from some other friends. It was on Halloween. I already don't celebrate Halloween. It's the Devil's Day. But I happened to be with them and at the party. Oh yeah, you can't bring your phone. You gotta sign some papers. What for to get into a party? Like, this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went,
As you heard for yourself, Woah Vicky stated that at these big influencer parties, they are being forced to do these compromising things. This is a requirement to be able to succeed in the industry. The reason for this agenda is because of Crowley's Do What Thou Wilt. Crowley saw himself as a god with no gender, who can be a man or a woman at will. This is why Crowley and occultists worship Baphomet, who represents the same thing. This is the purpose for this agenda, to further push people away from God, so they can continue to worship themselves as their own god. I think Woah Vicky did the right thing by calling Lil Nas X out, because I also believe that he is lying. Now more than ever, we must protect our children. They are showing us who they are truly after. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just want to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truth store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make goes directly to helping the channel and furthering Truth Records. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts below and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop new videos. If you like this video, please leave a like as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there for more truth. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.